Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
Wendy's mom calls my husband's cousin. Starts off super creepy, like that she has a shrine.
In Jesus' name, amen.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We gotta talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is the new episode. It's season 8, episode 3. So we are still at Ashley's house warming party. Remember, Messy Ashley had brought up some of the Osu rumors and made it sound like Nneka was the one who was talking about Wendy when she really didn't. But to go back with the other girls, Robyn is right there, and they're talking about the Robyn of it all, all the drama with her and Juan. And Robyn is going after Gizelle. She says that she doesn't like the way Gizelle was talking to her at that little intervention that they had in the first episode. She says that she's not going to make Juan change his ways like Gizelle was suggesting. And that they shouldn't be, to be honest, worried about what she's doing in her life. I was like, okay, Robyn, stand your ground. I mean, I disagree with you, but if you have to go after Gizelle, by all means, I enjoy that. So then it is time for Karen and Robyn to have a chat. And essentially Karen extends an olive branch to Robyn because last year was very nasty between them and it's time to set some boundaries. From now on, let's not go based off rumors, Karen says. And, Robyn agrees. And then Karen says, let me ask you this. Do you have an open marriage or is this a traditional marriage? Robyn says it's a traditional marriage. So Karen says, okay, got it. We're done with it. But they can't seem to agree on who was the one who started their issue or their beef. But at least they're good for now. But back outside, Wendy is sharing that she's going to have this new talk show. But I can't imagine sharing such big news to a bunch of haters. The girls are haters. They don't even say congrats or anything. I mean, we know Gizelle can't even turn around to look at her. And it's pretty sad and sickening. They are making faces as she's explaining the talk show. So Wendy says, well, you know what? My demographic is a little bit different. The educational demographic. It's for people with high intellectual abilities. I love Wendy, but Mia wants to be the victim and says, well, Wendy has made it pretty clear that she don't want to F with me. And Wendy says, would you want to F with someone who threw a drink at your face? But it wasn't just the drink. Like, after the reunion, Mia continued to attack Wendy on social media. But Mia wants to talk about women empowerment. She says, why don't you uplift me, Wendy? Wendy says, 'cause you slow. I can't uplift you. You're too low. You're too low. Boom. She also, Wendy also invited Ashley and Karen to her kids' communion in front of everyone. So I was like, good job, Wendy, because let's not forget Robyn invited everyone and their kids to her party in front of Wendy, and she didn't do it to her. I will also say there was a little bit of a moment that Nneka and Robyn had. They kind of bonded. But that was it for Ashley's housewarming party. It's days later and we see a glimpse of Candiace doing her thing, Robyn and Juan taking a walk. The next scene is Gizelle and her oldest daughter. They're going shopping because she's going to college pretty soon, and they talk about college, about partying, what type of clothes she's going to wear. It was a very nice scene. Next up, the Osefo household. So Wendy's there with her beautiful family, her husband, and all the kids, and they're talking about their first communion. She says that she's very Catholic. Like, she went to Catholic school, she had a communion, which I didn't realize that. Did she mention that in the previous seasons? So they talk about it, and they even practice. Like, she makes the kids wear the clothes and all of that. So that's going to be pretty cool. She then talks to Eddie and says that the only ones from the group who are invited are Karen, Ashley, and Candiace. Wendy also tells Eddie about Nneka. But once again, the way that Ashley brought it to Wendy thinks that Nneka was the one who brought up these rumors. And so she thinks that she brought that up, and she also thinks that Nneka was shading her doctorate degree. So that's pretty unfortunate. The next scene is Mia at her new apartment, and Karen stops by. Karen is hugging the kids, but that hug she gave to Mia, it was still like, a halfway hug because she ain't forget now. So Gordon is there too. He says hi to Karen, and then he takes the kids out to take a ride on their scooters because they ain't got no money for a babysitter. So it's just the two of them talking, Karen and Mia. They talk about Ashley's housewarming, and Mia brings up Wendy. She obviously wasn't invited to the first communion, but Mia, remember how Wendy called her slow? Well, Mia is now using her child's learning disability to make Wendy look bad for calling her slow. Now, Mia, stop it, okay? Wendy didn't know about your kid. This is between you and her. Don't be bringing your kids into this. So that was that. The next scene is Wendy and Candiace, but we meet this girl named Kiana. Now, yes, Kiana is the girl who was throwing hands with Deborah. Remember that fight that got leaked to TMZ? I'll be interested to see this chick, I'll tell you that much. But I really did like her energy. So Wendy's talking about the housewarming party. Now, Candiace lets us know, that's your friend. That's not my friend. Talking about Ashley. But again, Wendy tells him about Nneka. Wendy thinks that she's the one who brought up the article about being Osu. But Candiace says, wait a minute, did Ashley bring this information to you? Because Candiace is aware that Ashley twists the truth sometimes. So she warns Wendy to be careful with Ashley because she's messy. Wendy also invites Kiana to the party with the kids. So the next scene is Karen and Ashley going to a little shop. They're finding dresses for Wendy's children's first communion. So they're trying on the dresses. Ashley is in love with her new breast. She's really happy with that. So then Karen asks how she feels about seeing Candiace. Ashley says she doesn't really care. But it's interesting because at Ashley's housewarming party, no one, absolutely no one mentioned or uttered Candiace's name, which truly shows us that they are trying to ice her out. Karen tells her, Ashley, she also tells her about the conversation she had with Mia and how she's mad that the word slow was used. But then Ashley also says that now all of a sudden she realizes that maybe she implied that Nneka brought up the Osu rumors. She misremembered, she had been drinking. I was just like, Ashley, cut it out. So when she was stirring the pot, she didn't remember, but now she does. Girl, bye. But she does want to clarify any misunderstandings. Then it is time for the first communion. It was very nice. Wendy looked great. People were wearing yellow. I did think it was funny that Wendy's mom said, "Is Mia coming so we can be prepared?" That was really funny. When Ashley arrived, it was a little bit awkward with her and Candiace, but Wendy thanks them for coming and she's grateful that Candiace and Ashley, despite their differences, can come together for her. Candiace says that she will always be okay being in the same room with Ashley, and Ashley says the same. So then Karen invites the group and their partners to a pickleball event that they're going to be having. So then Ashley, I'm glad she did this, she clarifies to Wendy that Nneka did not bring up the rumors. She definitely added too much sauce and made it sound like something that it wasn't. She says, I misrepresented that. I do appreciate that Ashley clarified that, but Wendy's confused because Ashley definitely put a different picture in Wendy's mind. So they cut the cake and that was that. So the last scene, so this is what happened. Nneka and Robyn go to have some lunch. They actually have pretty good chemistry and they get along pretty well. I think they're going to be good friends. So Robyn says, she asks Nneka, is Ashley the only girl you know? And she says, well, I've met Wendy before. She says they've definitely met before the party. This was not the first time they were meeting, but according to her, Wendy was pretty rude the first time she met her. But here's the thing, that's not the problem. So Nneka's husband's cousin has some issues apparently with Wendy's sister. So when they found out that Nneka was joining the show, Wendy's family started to come after Nneka. And they started to say, do you know who we are? Do you know who Wendy is? And stuff like that. Like, because they thought that Nneka was trying to use Wendy to get on the show. But it gets worse. Wendy's mom calls Nneka's husband's cousin and says, have I not prayed for you before? Something was definitely going on there that we don't know the whole story. But Wendy's mom said to him, you better watch out before I put your name in shrines. Oh my gosh. And she also said, look at the people who have messed with Wendy at the DMV area. None of them have ended well. Oh my gosh. Robyn was living for this. I'm telling you guys that. And she wanted to talk about maybe my problems came from Wendy's mom. I was like, Robyn, please stop that. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. Next episode, they're going to go at it with Nneka and Wendy. So now I am starting to understand. Because when we first saw the first few episodes, I was like, okay, well, that's not fair. Ashley misrepresented the truth. But I think that Wendy's issue with her is going to go beyond this point, but beyond Nneka mentioning the mom and stuff like that. Now, listen, do I think it's true? I love Wendy. That's all I'm going to say. I love Wendy. And I am not going to put my hands on the fire for Nneka or for Wendy's mom. Because even though I love Wendy, doesn't mean that her mom wouldn't be capable of doing this. But I'm also not saying that she did. I just don't know. None of us know. So it is what it is. But that was the end of the episode. Let me know in the comments, you guys. What did you think about Ashley being messy? And what did you think about Nneka? Do you think that she made this up? Do you think that she's the one that's going to cause the problems? Let me know. Or do you believe her? Let me know anything you want to tell me in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye.